Guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a bonus general message. These I always start out with something real that happened, an anecdote, usually pertaining to my dog, and then we see if that sets a tone for the rest of the story. And my pup, he's just about to turn 2, and so he's alternately like the most well-behaved, mature little thing, and then all of a sudden he just tests boundaries like crazy, and very like he's a little scrapper and he's struts his stuff. And so all I can say is, we're in that growth phase right now, to be expected. And so we've got him kind of like feeling his oats a little bit, and yeah, it requires me to like be a combo of like proud mama and then like seriously, did you just do that? I feel like I'm dealing with a teenager who's alternately like the greatest kiddo ever and then, oh my gosh, what are you doing? So we'll see. We'll see if that factors in. Like, I'll say the duality and someone who's finding their way is perhaps the way to start this. We are beginning this with a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is nice and solid. A King of Pentacles is somebody who's, you notice he's actually offering us this, one of the gems out of these huge bags of amethyst crystals that he has. And it's almost like, hey, I'd like to give you this. I'd like to entrust you with this. I'd like to give you this and then give you access to all of this. But are you ready for this? So we could have someone, whether they're a masculine or a feminine, doesn't matter, but this could be somebody who's pretty grounded. They could be an earth energy. They do not have to be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but could be. But they seem to be sitting here saying, I've got all this abundance. I'd give anything to be able to share it with you. But are you ready to handle it? Are you ready to handle me? Are you ready for this? We got a 3 of Cups in the reverse. And this is definitely somebody saying, it's basically, are you ready to forsake the party years, the party era? Are you ready to forsake all others in order to get some of this good, this yum? Because let me tell you, if you're rolling with a king, if you're rolling with somebody like this, the only people that are going to be able to ride beside a king like this is someone who they wouldn't be lured by these kind of superficial, and I mean this card in the upright really shows kind of like, good times and everything like that, but obviously a little bit more of a party lifestyle, a little bit of like, these are kind of like the sirens sitting over there on the rocks, modern day sirens, being very alluring, very beautiful and all that, which, hey, that's cool. Do you, boo? But the King of Pentacles is saying to whomever it is that they are showing, I could give you one little piece of this, and only even one little amount of my energy and attention would, there's no comparison. Even what I've got in my pinky finger is more than what all 3 of those sirens could offer you. But are you in that headspace where you see me that way? Because if you don't, then you probably can't ride with me. It's interesting because this King of Pentacles is not sitting there saying, like, I need you to choose me. They're sitting here going, I don't need you to choose me, but I need you to see that if you did, this is the difference between me and all that. Me and all that jazz. I'm the real deal. They're just kind of like distraction and noise. But hey, you do whatever you want, huh? 10 of Swords in the reverse, or excuse me, 10 of Swords in the upright is showing the reversal of mindset. That it is the 10 of Pentacles is saying, you know what I actually feel like? I think it's 10 of Pentacles is sitting here going, wow, you could have had me. You could have had all this with me. But instead I'm letting this whole thing go because maybe somebody couldn't walk away from the party lifestyle. And so the King of Pentacles is just like, they does feel kind of like they're laying it out. They're saying the reason this is over is because you saw just a little bit of what I had to offer. But maybe if you were unable to make a choice, if you couldn't walk away from party life, then that's why I can walk away from you. I'm wondering if somebody dealt with this King of Pentacles enough to like see their worth and value. And the King of Pentacles is like, look, that's as much as I'm going to be given to you. We've got a Queen of Wands here, and she's in the reverse. There's some kind of toxicity here for sure. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I said Queen of Wands. That's actually Queen of Pentacles. My bad. I think I said Queen of Wands, didn't I? I'm sorry. I should have said Queen of Pentacles. She's even in the cave. And here's all the amethyst crystals. And it's like, look at this. She could have been sitting on this huge amethyst crystal like kingdom, but instead, and so there's something that did not work between these two. There's, in this case, it looks like we have a divine masculine saying, I would have chosen you above all others. I mean, unless it's divine masculine is saying, I am choosing you above all others. But at this point, the Queen of Pentacles has gone into a karmic role. I don't know. It looks to me like, I don't think that this person is coming in. No, tables have turned. We've got the Justice card here, and then we got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody no longer wants the other person. Somebody has changed roles, and it's because they observed the other person being in a karmic cycle, and they're just like, look, all this that I would have given to you, all this that you could have had, it's not, I'm not holding it for you anymore. It's not reserved with your name on it because you didn't choose this. You didn't choose me. That's why it's over. But now I'm wondering, since we've got the role reversal here with the Justice card, I'm wondering if it's not saying, once upon a time I cried for you, once upon a time I hurt over you because I really hoped that you would have chosen me, but you didn't. And so now it's okay, but I'm letting you go. And so now when the other person wants this King of Pentacles is not available. And it really does seem like whomever is that Queen of Pentacles, let me put it this way. This A does not have to be a feminine. This could be a masculine just as easy. And B, this does not have to be anything to do with an earth energy. But someone's, let's put it this way. In their version of a karmic energy vibe, it means that they are not having that sense of stability under them. The ground is not solid under their feet. All they're aware of is the stability they could have had is no longer an option. So they're kind of trapped in their mind over that. And it's also that they're trapped in their mind over the idea that this King of Pentacles isn't hurting over me anymore. They're not sad about us anymore. Somebody is seeing the other person get over them. Somebody is seeing it, and they may be seeing it in an energetic sense. They may not like literally be seeing that this person looks happier now and has moved on. They may not see them dating a new person, but like energetically speaking, it's like, I can tell that you've moved on. I can feel that you're not pining for me. Let's change decks and let's see if we can kind of look at each aspect of this. Tell me first off about the King of Pentacles. Tell me what frame they're in. The Moon and the Two of Coins, they're not actually revealing their next move. They're on the cusp of doing something very different with their lives. They're balancing some things. They're making some decisions. It could be big decisions, decisions about where to go next in life, what their plan is. It could be business related, since it is Pentacles here, but they're not actually showing their hand at all with the Moon there. They're not even, I wonder why though. There could be a little bit of an emotional thing where they started out with them showing us one of their pentacles, which is actually an amethyst crystal, and then they have all of these bags of crystals with them. Like, they're super abundant, but they're not really showing their full hand. They're not showing just how much they've got, but for some reason they are holding up like, hey, this could have been yours, but it's not going to be. So I do kind of feel like they're still thinking about like they're going through the action of currently releasing whoever that Queen of Pentacles was. Ace of Swords and Judgment. It's interesting because they're at a moment where they're saying, I'm truly cutting loose the idea that I would ever be back with that Queen of Pentacles. I'm truly letting go of that right now. It's time that I go ahead and move on from this. And it's almost like they're asking themselves, what I would have offered to them, they didn't want, they didn't accept, and that's why it's over. And I got to remind myself of that. And that's why I'm at this last final moment where I'm letting it go. I don't think that they're saying it necessarily. I think that this is all like it could be some symbolic action that they're taking. It could be that they're, they wake up one morning and they go, I think that this is, for whatever reason, this is the day that I, drive over to that restaurant that I had the first date with that Queen of Pentacles at, and I maybe Don't even go inside. I say, you know what? That's not my restaurant anymore. That's not, those memories don't belong to me anymore. I'm letting this go. There's not going to be a like our place or our song or our, this could be somebody who's like just cathartically like in their own heart and soul saying, I'm realizing we're not going to have a reconciliation because I'm releasing this. It's already over, but it's the emotional release is what I would say in this. And I think they're also saying I would have chosen them above anybody else. I never was confused. I knew that I wanted them. That's not how they felt about me, and that's why I can let this go, because I want somebody who would choose me the same way I would choose them. So, all right, but let's take a look now at the Queen of Pentacles. And to do fair, let's get a new deck for the Queen of Pentacles. Since the King got their own deck, let's take a look at that Queen. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Coins. She wants a new beginning. That's not a surprise, because remember that Justice card is down at the end of the line here. We've got a Knight of Wands, we've got a King of Coins, and we got the Four of Coins. Wow. So whomever this queen is, and remember, this could be same-sex couples, this could be reverse gender roles, substitute whatever you wish. But right now we're going to refer to the queen as her. What she wants is a new beginning. She wants a new beginning. She wants this person to be passionate with her again. She may want to ride toward this person, and it's all because she wants them to still be her King of Pentacles. But she's holding back. Even now, she's holding back. So she wants something, almost like she may even send some very, like, I'm going to say, a flirtatious message that's just kind of mildly suggestive or something to this King of Pentacles to see, like, can I reel them back in? When in fact she can't. Maybe it's pride in the way. She may travel a ton for work. She may be somebody who's always out, chasing the buck, and it could be a very lonely life. This could be somebody who travels all the time. This is like a merchant who's all over the place. But what they think about is, I want that person still. But if they send a message, and because this can be a message, an offering, it seems like it's just going to be a very small kind of flirtatious thing, and they're sending that to a King of Pentacles. Like, that, this is not the way we approach a King of Pentacles. But they just can't bring themselves to, like, maybe humble themselves enough to say, I want you, I need you, I love you, I choose you above all others. And because they can't seem to find it in themselves to say that. Why can they not? Why can they not find it in themselves to say how they really feel about this person? 10 of Wands. I don't know what the burdens are, but something that they are troubled by, and stuck in their mind over. So I don't know if it's the wrongs that they've done, and they just know there's no way that I can bring myself to, like, humble myself, because really it's not going to do any good. Yeah, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, Eight of Wands. It's almost like in another life, maybe they could have found a way to be more open and more loving. They kind of like envision it, but they just can't do it. I mean, unless this Queen of Pentacles at one point is like, they're really troubled by the fact that maybe they went towards somebody else. They got involved with a different person, and they're just like, this is a burden I can't undo because I chose wrong. It could be that maybe that Queen of Pentacles wound up in this connection. They moved toward that. Maybe they're currently in that, in which case they really need to get their mind off of this King of Pentacles at all. They really have no business. Let's see what happened with that. How am I to interpret this whole Queen of Swords and King of Cups? It's just the fact that this is such a heavy burden to them, and they're so trapped in their mind. King of Wands, we just keep getting court cards. We keep getting this idea that the Queen of Pentacles, maybe they dated a whole bunch of different people. Maybe they consistently remember that our King of Pentacles in the very beginning said, I would have given to you, but you would have had to put aside other people and choose me completely, but you just couldn't do it. And we actually have 3 people here. So maybe that Queen of Pentacles was always getting involved with others, always on the prowl. And they're just like, now, even though I want that King of Pentacles above all others, I can't bring myself to say it because the burden of like the burden of what's that song? Whose bed have your boots been under? Um, I've started relationships with too many other people. Why, if they supposedly want this King of Pentacles, why were they always busy getting busy with other people? I don't understand. The fool, I mean, foolish behavior, yeah, but this person seems to start new things. It's like they have so listen, the fool is a brand new journey, okay? And maybe this person is always like a young soul, like they don't know who they are yet. So they're trying to find themselves through others. They interact with somebody and they go, wow, this person's great. I'll spend time with them. And that changes their persona. And then something ends and they meet a different person and they jump to that person. Oh, this person's great. I'll hang out with them. And they maybe just jump around because they don't really know who they are. Seven of Cups, they definitely do not know who they are. So why is it they're kind of hung up right now on the King of Pentacles? Why are they currently hung up on the King of Pentacles? Because, oh my gosh, serious. Because they know that this was a missed opportunity. They must have been watching this King of Pentacles and they're seeing like what could have been. If again, it's only like if it were in another life, if they were a different quality of person, because you notice that that Four of Wands was only sideways. It was never in the upright. But they keep seeing this King of Pentacles and they're like, you know, the King of Pentacles holds up that one pentacle, or in this case an amethyst crystal, which actually is very telling because the amethyst is very like it's high vibrational and very soothing, very healing, very cleansing. It's almost like if only they could have actually chosen to really invest with that person, it could have brought them out of that karmic cycle that they're in, where they're continuously hungry to figure out who they are and they keep looking for who they are through others, when remember they could have been a match to this person, but not if they stay in that toxic cycle. This was a King and a Queen of Pentacles, so the potential for them to simply quit doing all of that running around, the flirtation, the whatever it was, where they were seeking, you know, admiration from others, seeking excitement from others, if they could have actually said, this King of Pentacles is amazing, they're soothing, and I want to be in a connection with them and get my vibe, you know, to balance and equalize with theirs, they're realizing that this is a huge missed opportunity. They realize it because they have learned that much about themselves. They know what it could have been with that King of Pentacles. But you know what? Even deep down, they go, but I don't know that I could have gotten into their energy vibe. I don't know that we could have matched, because with them still being that uncertain about whether or not they could do, it's almost like they're saying, but the King of Pentacles is so awesome, and how could I ever get into their vibe? How could I be as awesome as them? So they didn't. They kept instead, you know, meeting other people and never committing, even though they want to flirt. They want that King of Pentacles to want them, but they don't have what it takes to be with that King of Pentacles. They don't have it. And they know somehow, or they worry somehow, that I never would have been enough to stand beside that King of Pentacles. I would never have made that strong Four of Wands. So at this point, the King of Pentacles is no longer feeling like they missed out with that Five of Pentacles in the reverse. But we have the Justice card, and the Justice card is there for a reason, right? The Justice card is there when something is imbalanced, is now possibly becoming balanced. It's and would you look at that? We got the moon, and this moon, we've got this big old tarantula creature coming between these two towers. And I think it's interesting that this moon card, you know, it really kind of should be the tower, right? Just because we've got towers here. But it's as if when this King of Pentacles recognizes all of this and says their final goodbye to this situation. Remember, they're not going back to this. They're releasing this. And that Queen of Pentacles, who's still trapped in their karmic energy, they know that this person is letting them go. And they also are feeling that like clench, you know, around their heart that says, I missed an opportunity with the person, like a person that would have been my match. I still don't know that I believe I could have been their match, though. But that vibe is, the universe has an interesting way of balancing things out. The big scary things that have been hidden are going to come to the surface, possibly for this Queen of Pentacles, no matter what. So they had an opportunity to kind of like level up, and they didn't take it. Now they're sitting in disappointment because they know that that King of Pentacles isn't disappointed over them anymore. The King of Pentacles has released them. But it's almost like, I wanted to say, because I have this feeling of like, if you've ever, well, okay, like if, say, my dog is sitting on the bed or something, and then I go to bed and I climb in and it's like, oh, it's already warmed for me. That's, this, it's nice. It's this warm, comfortable feeling, to have the bed already pre-warmed. But that warmth is gone. That's what this person is aware of. There was some kind of like the thought that that King of Pentacles still missed them or still wanted them somehow gave them that sense of warmth. And that warmth is gone right now. And what it's leaving space for is the things that they've kept suppressed, the stuff that they didn't want to work on in themselves, I think is coming to the surface. Six of Pentacles, Sun card. They're going through it in their mind going, where is the King of Pentacles going? Who is it that they're going to go to next? Holy smokes, I have to fathom the idea that the King of Pentacles is taking all that warmth, all that light, and they're going to be really happy with somebody other than me. This is something that they're, I wonder if all this time the King of Pentacles was like, I know that this Queen of Pentacles was always giving to other people instead of me. And for the first time ever, the roles have reversed. And now the Queen of Pentacles is going to have to be able to handle that idea that I don't think they ever really let come to the surface of their mind before, that, oh my gosh, the king is now going to be with someone who's going to give them a life. The king is going to be with somebody other than me, and they're going to be happy. They're going to share those wonderful moments with a totally different person. It's not going to be me. I'm not even going to know who they're with. I only know that they are with someone other than me. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's some kind of truth that is hitting this person. There's some kind of like, this is a very sobering thought for this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse has suddenly become a King of Swords in the upright. The Fool. All of a sudden, it becomes very, very, very clear where they want to be, who they want to be with, what leap of faith they want to take. All of a sudden, this is interesting because, you know what? This is like role reversals also. We've had a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse who has now become a King of Swords. All of a sudden, all it means to me is a king is our action taker. And a King of Swords is like they're very clear-minded on exactly what they think. So they were a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone who was in a karmic cycle, somebody who had no groundedness, someone who wanted to receive, but they weren't, and they weren't actually nurturing anybody. Not a Queen of Pentacles upright would have been somebody who would be like giving and nurturing and all about the give and take and have a really solid sense of self. But in the reverse, this person was always unsteady, always hungry for something, always wanting what they wanted to be, tended to be made to feel special. That's why they kept looking for like affection from other individuals. Gender is always irrelevant, but we saw this person was like looking for other connection with individuals, masculines and feminines, because we saw kings and queens that they were dealing with. And it could have been, just other people that they gave their energy to. It doesn't have to have been romantic. It could have been. But the bottom line is, it was all about feed me, give me emotion. I need emotion from other people, even though the person they wanted more than anyone to want them was the King of Pentacles. But at this point, they are kind of sobered with that realization that, oh my gosh, all this time I was out, interacting with others. I now realize it's the King of Pentacles who's going to be out interacting with others, having a wonderful life with others. Other people are going to make them happy, not me. And I'm not even going to know who it is. But all of a sudden, I know who I want to take a leap of faith toward. It's the King of Pentacles. At least that's what it's looking like. Who are they thinking of? Five of Swords. Oh my gosh. This person is like totally battling themselves right now. It's like we're seeing inside of their skull. There is this huge, like, they know exactly what they did. They were confrontational, they were rude, they pushed this person away. Two of Wands, and they're still thinking, what do I do about this when I know that's who I want to come toward? But there's just, I've really made a mess of this at this point. Page of Wands. They're thinking about, I want to take an action. I want to go towards something, towards someone. So maybe I'll just go back to the same old life that I was living, and I'll fill my life with all kinds of, superficial connections. That's it. It looks like, unfortunately, they're looking at this going, I don't know that I can undo this. I don't know that I can undo this. I think about it and then I say, but maybe I'll just go ahead and I'll keep filling my time with other people, because that's the safe thing to do. I know exactly what I want, but I also know that I have damaged this connection so much that I probably wouldn't be allowed back in. So what am I going to do? I know. I think I'll go back to my 3 of Cups lifestyle, where I just, everything is superficial. Hey, if that's how they want to fill their time, they're not going to grow. They don't have to grow. If they have a right to stay in the same routine all they want. Page of Swords, but man, they're going to keep watching that King of Pentacles. I kind of think this person should have to leave the King of Pentacles alone. I think that they need to stop. Temperance. Somehow it gives them some kind of like sense of peace to still feel as if the King of Pentacles is out there, and like they're going to try to, I don't know if they're being inspired by the King of Pentacles or if they're just watching the King of Pentacles be more calm and more satisfied. Oh, Star card in the reverse. No, they're seeing the King of Pentacles go places with their life that's going to be really happy. And it is something that kind of breaks this person's heart a little bit, because this is not what they would have wanted. This is a hard storyline for this character who is watching the King of Pentacles move on from them. That's what this is. We've had several of these stories lately. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this is kind of like a sad country song. Like they're watching this person leave them in their rearview mirror, and they know that they missed out on their wish fulfillment. And they missed out on somebody that could have been their other half. But it's, the more they watch, the more they're aware of that, which is just kind of like, again, with the Justice card, that's how it goes. Unfortunately, sometimes the things that we do yield those results, right? Mess things up. You went out with others when you wanted the King of Pentacles all along. Probably hurt the King of Pentacles pretty dang bad, because the King of Pentacles is over here with the 10 of Swords in their back. And now the King of Pentacles is saying, and I'm done with you, and I moved on. I realized you weren't my person, but that's okay. I moved on. So the karma here is that it's all of that is reversed. They're having to watch the King of Pentacles move on, knowing that the King of Pentacles is going to give to somebody else, going to have a happy life with somebody else, going to have, they could be moving into the arms of a Leo. They could be about to be so happy. They may watch this King of Pentacles becoming that happy and knowing, oh my gosh, here I am still looking for someone to care about me. 2 of Pentacles. They think all the time about what could have been. That's a terrible thing to be plagued by, the what could have beens, the, back and forth in their mind. It's almost like this person is still struggling with letting go. King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. They keep trying to hold on to this idea that someday, though, they are still going to get to be with the King of Pentacles. I do not see that happening here. Sorry, this is going on and on and on. It's just weird that they're still telling themselves kind of a whopper is what it looks like, that someday I'm going to be able to be with that King of Pentacles. No, they're not. We have the Tower. So they've been kind of trying to hold on to a fantasy of, I'll just wait it out. And at some point, because they have that moment where they're like, oh my gosh, King of Pentacles is going to be happy with somebody else. They're going to move on. I'm seeing them move on. I'm seeing them happy. I'm going to go out and be with other people again, which is always my default. But you know what? So at some point we're going to be back together. No, they're not. Tell me about that tower, because that's the biggest. Wow, when it really hits them, they're going to be in a world of hurt. And I don't ever wish that for any character, but it's almost like this person needed to have that ego broken down, the fantasy life that they've been living, thinking that they can treat somebody however they want, even the person that they supposedly love or profess to love, and do that person wrong, and never step up and never get out of that karmic cycle that they're in, and never contemplate that they might have hurt that King of Pentacles, but instead keep living in this fantasy that they'll do whatever they want. And then someday they'll still get that person too. Like, I'll have my cake and eat it too. When they finally have this realization that it's over, maybe the King of Pentacles gets married, whatever this is, they have a kind of, that coming to Jesus moment where it's like, oh my God, I lost my person. Why did they hold on so long to this fantasy that they were still gonna, that King of Pentacles still wanted them? Arrogance, straight up arrogance. 6 of Wands. So that this person needed to have their ego completely. So weird, because this person had a blend of total ego, like, I know that they love me, they'll always still want me. Oh, shoot, they're letting me go. Yeah, but they probably still want me. Oh, shoot, they're going to be with somebody else. Well, guess what? I can go be with other people. And someday, I know, because they still want me, I'll get back with them. That whole arrogance, that needed to stop. That's part of what their cycle was, that karmic cycle. The very thing, on one hand, they felt like, I don't think I would have been the partner that could have been successful with the King of Pentacles. It's like, because they knew that their ego was always going to be so big, so in the way that they want other people to want them all the time. And they secretly thought everybody wants them. And they kind of feel cocky and proud about that. This was so weird. They wanted everybody to want them, including the one person that they really wanted, but they didn't want to be with the person that they wanted, because they instead wanted everyone to always want them. And they told themselves this continual lie. Well, I know you want me. I know you want me. Wow. No wonder this person has got to get through that total egocentric mentality. Okay. I only care at this point about that King of Pentacles, though. Can we just see what happens with that? Oh dear, I just knocked over a whole deck. Hold on. It's a deck that I'm not using in this one, and I'm not going to, but tuck you back up there. Okay. Just tell me what does happen for the King of Pentacles, because we've seen them moving on from this individual, and I think we've talked plenty of that about that person. I'm telling you, 10 of Wands. The King of Pentacles is genuinely over this person. The King of Pentacles held space for them. They did. So they get new love, obviously. And what is this? We've got a 6 of Wands in the reverse. They get new love. They maybe first start just loving themselves. They don't have any ego wrapped up in this. It's not like, ha ha, that person's really going to miss me now that I'm gone. It's more like, did they not understand what I had been offering? All I know is that they always chose everything other than me. So I know that it's time to let this go, and I'm not going to be hurt, because why would I be hurt by something that didn't want me, that couldn't choose me? I can lay down that burden, and I can have other love in my life. I can have love in my life. Oh man, our character is moving forward. This is the Chariot. We got the 2 of Swords, and we got the King of Wands. At first, our King of Pentacles just thinks that they're simply moving forward in life. And then they realize, I didn't expect that I was going to meet some amazing partner, but here they are, a King of Wands, somebody loving, heart-centered, somebody open and available. They've moved right into the heart of, like, the person that is maybe meant for them. And we see that she's flying above the pyramids, and pyramids are always the great mystery, right? So no wonder they did not see this coming. They were just trying to love themselves enough to let this person go, move forward, and then sure enough, they end up right where they're supposed to be, with a person that is super loving, a person who's almost like been beckoning to them, like, please, universe, bring me somebody amazing, bring me somebody loving, bring me somebody who is really over their ex, somebody who is really ready to be with me. And this is what we've got. Again, could be same-sex couple, does not have to be. Any arrangement. I think, if anything, what I would say in this is that we've had characters that are flip-flopping between, sometimes they're divine feminine, sometimes they're divine masculine energies. meaning like sometimes they are in a leadership role, sometimes they're in a nurturing role, sometimes they are ready for well, when they're in the reverse, it's the karmic lesson no matter what. But it's interesting to see how these dynamics have been changing throughout this storyline. The bottom line is what I see is the King of Pentacles, regardless of gender, has made a confident decision about what they want their life to look like. And that began with them telling themselves, you know what, that person didn't choose me. And that's the truth of it. And even if it sucks, it's time I just say that's the truth of it and I let this go. I release me from this. And that's what they did in this, which good for them. That takes so much courage, so much courage. But man, do they move on to something fabulous, fabulous. And that other person who needed to let go of that ego that made them say, oh, everybody really does want me, that was really preventing them from ever looking at their own behavior and changing and learning who they are and deciding, I don't, maybe they even played games to make people want them, you know, well, I'll be this person when I'm around them and then they'll want me. Maybe that's why they're so full of themselves thinking, oh, everybody wants me because I manipulate them into wanting me. That could have been, we didn't really see cards of manipulation and lies, but the attitude with that arrogance that everybody wanted them, that to me, and the fact that they were so confused about who they were, they just always wanted people to want them. To me, I would say if someone doesn't know who they are, they're probably really, they easily slip into being a chameleon and pretending to be a lot of different people. So, I mean, this was definitely a story of that lead character needing to kind of hit rock bottom to get rid of that ego and really realize that they lost that King of Pentacles. And it was also a story of the King of Pentacles releasing themselves from that karmic situation that they were in with that individual, because obviously that Queen of Pentacles was definitely a karmic vibe there, but the King of Pentacles frees themselves. So all right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you as always for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy my art, even these ones that are not that uplifting, you know, sometimes the storylines are like complicated and they're intricate and there's lots of stuff that I'm like, oh man, I wish it wasn't that. But I don't know, I would say this was a particularly interesting one to observe these characters play things out and release different things and come to certain conclusions over time. So I hope that there's always interesting food for thought that comes out of these stories. If you do enjoy the art for the same reason that I do, awesome. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. So important to me as a content creator that my channel continues to grow. So thank you for taking those simple free actions that help my free channel be here. So thank you guys again for being here. Bye.